Hey everyone, it's Laura here from makingcardsisfun.com, and today is the last day of my Holly Jolly card series 2014. Today I am featuring Simon Says Stamp products. I will be using different products in this video. Now of course Simon Says Stamp is a company that we all know and love. Be sure to visit my blog at the end of this video because you could win a $25 gift voucher to Simon Says Stamp. So let's get started. Today I'm starting out with a piece of a white Neenah cardstock, and I'm going to mount the cute little bird stamp from the Build a Snowman stamp set from Simon Says Stamp. I'm going to mount this onto an acrylic block. Now I'm going to stamp the cute little bird a few times on the cardstock. Or not just a few times, I'm going to stamp it quite a lot because I'm going to cover the whole card using this cute bird. So I'm just going to stamp that. Since I can't see where I'm stamping, I'm going to sprinkle the embossing powder on there already. I am using Wow Opaque Bright White embossing powder, and this is my favorite white embossing powder. I think it's just fantastic. So I'm just going to sprinkle it on. There we go. Okay, so now I'm just going to keep on stamping and then I will be back. Okay, so I just finished stamping and sprinkling the little birds and they're so adorable. So right now I'm going to heat set the piece of cardstock. So I finished heat embossing the embossing powder, and now I'm going to blend in some ink. First, I'm just temporarily going to adhere the paper onto my work surface. I'm just using my Tomo Mono adhesive, but you could use any adhesive for this. So I'm going to blend in some cotton candy ink from Simon Says Stamp. You could also use distress inks, but I personally think that these Simon Says Stamp inks also work great for like blending techniques. So I'm going in with the cotton candy color over here. So I have the pink at the top of the paper, and now I'm going in with some mint ink at the bottom of the paper. So I'm going to grab a little distress ink blending sponge, and then I'm just going to blend in that mint color at the bottom of the paper. Just going to lift my paper a little bit. I'm going to adhere it over here. So I still need to fill up the center. Going to do that using another Simon Says Stamp ink. This time I'm using Surf Blue. And I'm just going to add this color very lightly. So first I'm just kind of rubbing off most of the ink. Okay. And now I'm carefully going in with the blue color. So now I'm going to create a sequence shaker. I'm going to do that in a shape of a snowman. So I will be using, or I am using, the Build a Snowman die cut set, so it coordinates with the stamp set. And I'm going to die cut the snowman over here. So I'm just going to run it through my Big Shot machine just like this. I'm just going to line this up with my paper. And I'm going to use my pencil just to mark the shape so I can easily line up the coordinating stamp. Okay, so now I'm going to ink up the snowman's body using Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Okay, now I'm carefully going to line that up with the pencil mark. Not sure if you can see it on camera. Okay, so now I'm going to finish off the snowman using different stamps and inks. So first I'm going to stamp the eyes. Going to use this stamp over here. And I'm going to stamp them using Memento Tuxedo Black ink again. So then I'm going to stamp his nose, and I'm going to use Sunshine ink for that. It's just the perfect carrot color. And then I'm going to stamp his little mouth using Tuxedo Black ink again from Memento. I'm going to stamp some buttons on my snowman, and I'm using the same stamp that I used for the eyes. Okay, I just want one more, so I'm going to clean off my stamp. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to stamp that. Okay, so now I'm going to assemble the shaker card together. First, I am going to grab some acetate. So let's see. Yes, that matches perfectly. So I'm just going to adhere that on the back side of the paper. So I'm going to put some adhesive on there. There we go. And then I'm going to adhere the piece of acetate. This is Judekin's acetate. Just like this. And then over here I have a vellum banner, and I heat embossed a greeting from the Build a Snowman stamp set from Simon Says Stamp. I used the Merry Christmas to You stamp. So I'm going to adhere that vellum banner as well. So first I'm going to center it, and then I'm going to fold the edges that are hanging off. Well, as you can see, it needs a little bit adhesive. And I'm also going to put a super tiny dot of, or a couple of super tiny dots of Tombow Mono multi-glue. So just some very small dots. Just like this, and then I can fold that over. Okay, so now it's time to fill up the shaker. So we have the main part with the acetate, and then later on I'm going to adhere some foam adhesive. But first I'm going to fill up my shaker. I'm going to do that using some Pretty Pink Posh sequins. Just going to zoom in a little bit. And I'm going to grab some sparkling clear sequins. I am using the 6mm and the 4mm sparkling clear sequins. Okay, so now I'm going to create a frame of foam adhesive. And I'm just going like, well, let's see. Maybe I'm just going to use some foam tape instead. Okay, you could totally use foam squares, but since I'm like creating a frame, I think it would be better to use foam tape instead. Okay, so now I'm going to carefully remove all of the backer sheets of this foam adhesive. Okay, now I'm going to close up the sequin shaker. I'm quickly going to adhere some more Pretty Pink Posh sequins. I'm just using the same colors as I used to fill up my shaker. But this time I'm also using the 6mm size of the Aquamarine Pink Blush and Fresh Mint color. So as always, I'm adhering my sequins using a drop of glossy accents, and I'm also using my EK Success tweezers to adhere these little sequins. There we go, that finishes up the card of day 4 of the Holly Jolly Card Series 2014. This Holly Jolly Card Series has been so much fun, and I just wanted to thank you for all of your sweet comments and positive feedback about these series. I will be definitely doing this next year as well. Be sure to visit my blog for a giveaway and for a detailed supply list. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!